And welcome back to my channel. In today's video I have this makeup look for you right here, which, you know, like, I was inspired by myself. No, I'm totally kidding. It was inspired by Kim Kardashian's makeup look at the Met Gala this year from Makeup by Mario, of course. Obviously it's not by me, I just inspired. This was my vision of what kind of vibe I could see in the photo. I love this makeup look. It makes me feel really, like, just, I don't know, just like, it makes me feel some kind of way, and I'm really loving it. If you want to see how I created this makeup look, then please carry on watching. I shall show you how. Before you do, please hit the subscribe button down below. It would mean the absolute world, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's just carry on. So the first step of this look is to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow Pomade in the shade Chocolates, and I'll be taking this on a Anastasia Beverly Hills synthetic brow brush. I'm just going to go into the product and then wipe away the excess on the side of the pot. So what I'm going to do is just fill in my brows. She has quite a rounded brow shape, almost like it's arched, but it's quite like rounded. So I'm going to try and do that, but we'll see how this goes. So I'm just going to take the brush and just start working this into the brows. I would say that's quite rounded. Sorry if I'm squinting a lot, I've just put on some brown lenses because Kim has like brown eyes anyway, but she has these like fiery brown lenses on, so I thought I'd pop some brown lenses on just to be a bit extra for the tutorial. For the brows, I'm literally just following my natural shape, but then when I do the arch, I'm making it like more rounded like hers are in the photo that I'm referencing from. I'm not used to this shape. Usually I go for more of an archier vibe. I did them quite dark because her brows are quite dark. So then I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer in the shade 1.5, and then I'm going to use this to conceal the brows and also just prime my lids as well. So I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills number 20 brush for this. Just going to clean up any mess, like that bit right there. I'm going to be applying quite a darker foundation. Obviously Kim is a completely different skin tone to me, but I want to go for the bronzy vibes. So that's what we're doing. I'm using a darker concealer than usual. Just using the warmth of my fingertip, I'm going to melt the concealer into the lid just to smooth out the product and make sure it doesn't cake up or anything like that. Once that's kind of set into my eye, I'm going to actually set it into place, taking the Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder. Just tapping off the excess, making sure it hasn't creased, and then, which side did I apply it to? This side. And then just packing that on, mainly focusing on the lid. I'm not going to use swiping motions, just packing to make sure it's all set into place. It doesn't crease like crazy or anything like that. Moving on to the eyes, I'm taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette, and I will be taking a mixture of these two shades right here. This is Burnt Orange and the shade Rustic from the Soft Glam palette. I'm just taking this on the fluffy brush that comes with the palettes, just because I can't really work out what she has on her lid. I can't find any pictures of her eyes closed. So what I'm going to do is just apply a really soft brown in the crease, a minimal colour, maybe like this tempera colour mixed with a bit of that glistening one on the lid, and then just loads of smoky liner. So I can't really see what's actually on the lid, and I don't think she has a full-blown black smoky eye. I don't know. So this is what I'm going to take. There's a tiny bit of Burnt Orange and a little bit of Rustic as well. Just tap off the excess and then apply this into the crease of my eye, starting with the outer corner. We want this to be in quite a feline shape. Just really working that in really softly, taking our time, because I'm not applying loads of different colours and stuff. I want to make sure this is really, really well blended. Just kind of winging it out to the outer corner of my brow, just to give that feline look that she has on her eyes. Don't worry if it's gone out a little bit too far, because when we apply foundation later on, I'm just going to kind of cover that up a little bit, so that will be absolutely fine. Then I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is called Tempera. It's just a pale kind of colour, just because I can't work out what she has on the lid and I feel like this would be a good shout. So I'm just going to pack that on the other side of the brush and then just apply this to the main part of the lid. And then I'm just going to give it a little bit of a blend just here to soften things up a little bit. I think I'm also going to apply a teeny tiny bit of that to the brow bone. It looks a little bit light on her brow bone, but she definitely doesn't have like shimmery highlighter on or anything, but I just want to add a little bit of a highlight to the brow bone. And then just flip the brush around and give that a wee blend out. Next, this look really is all about the smoke, so I'm going to start off by taking the Sigma Wicked Longwear Gel Eyeliner Pencil. I'm just going to twist it up, and this is perfect for creating a really smudgy, smoky eye. So I'm going to smudge it out using a brush. I think the brush I'm going to use to blend it out is this one that comes with the Urban Decay Electric palette. It's just really, really tiny because I don't want it to go too overboard, but I want to blend it out. And then if I want to add more, I'll use this. If I'm going to apply a black shadow, the one I'll be using is Noir from the Soft Glam palette. I am going to start off by taking this liner. What mirror should I use? I'm going to use this mirror. And what I'm going to do is just take the pencil and then start with the top lash line and starting with the outer corner. Just going to run this as close to the lashes as possible. Bearing in mind I do have lenses on, so my eyes are a little bit more sensitive than usual. I'm not like an everyday lens wearer, so my eyes are a little bit sensitive. So I'm just going to keep applying this on that lash line. And this pencil is really, really good for this because it's a long wearing pencil. Don't have to worry about it like smudging and stuff, unless obviously you want it to smudge, but it will last for ages. It's really, really good. And if you want to get some money off the liner pencil, you can use the code shivonmakeupbiz at Sigma Beauty. So then I'm going to take that Urban Decay brush right here. Just a small part of it is really tiny, if you can see it. I'm going to start with the inner corner of the eye, just pulling backwards, blending back and forth, trying not to bring it too far up, but also blending it right into those lashes. This is definitely one of those looks that I think takes a lot of patience because you can't really go in and expect to do this very quickly. I'm just going to wing it out a little bit using the brush. Once that's kind of blended out a little bit, I'm actually going to take the bigger side of the brush, dip it once into the shade Noir, tap off the excess. It's very pigmented, so I don't want it to go in too heavy. And then I'm just going to start with the outer corner, working my way inwards and just slowly packing this on top to make it really, really dark. And then what I'm going to do, I think I need to pull my eye taut for this. I'm going to pull my eye a little bit taut and then just keep blending this out using that black shadow. So it's really nice and smoky. Just diffuse that line so it's not like a straight, thick, sharp line. Usually that's what we want, but this isn't the vibe we're going for. But I'm going to keep blending it out using that Noir shade. And then I'll take the little brush as well, teeny little dip into Noir, and then I'm going to use that to blend out that little wing here. Just going slightly on top of that line now, just to really, really smudge it out and make it look less harsh. Yeah, smoky liner, here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and do it on the other eye and I'll be right back. So we're back with the other lash line smoked out. Now I don't know whether to do it before or after my foundation. I think I'm going to do a bit of both. So I'm going to take the same eyeliner pencil. I'm just going to pop this in the upper rim of my eye. Just because you want everything to look really, really dark, and because we're applying such dark like lashes and eyeshadow and everything, if we were to leave this step, you could see the skin of your eyes and it would look a bit weird with the lashes. Then I'm going to take that eyeliner pencil in the inner rim of my eye, right to that inner corner as well, because that's how she's got it. Then I'm just going to take a little bit of that eyeliner pencil and run it under the lower lash line, trying to get it in between those lashes. And then I'm just going to go back to that little brush from Urban Decay and try and blend this out some more. Then just take a little bit of the shadow to help set it into place and smudge it out. going to try really hard not to get this into my eyes because of those lenses. I can't really wipe it off my eyeball. Whoa, that is smoky. So I'm going to do the other side and I shall be right back again. Now onto lashes. I'm going to curl them using the Primark lash curlers. Then I'm going to apply the Sigma Sinuosity Lash Mascara. This is just going to act as a base for those lashes. Then for lashes, I'll be taking the House of Lashes Iconic Lash. These are the ones that look closest to the one that she's wearing that I own. So I'm going to pop these on and I'll be right back. The eyes are done and I think they are amazing. I really like it. I think it's so simple but so sexy. So now onto the face. I've already prepped my skin using the Superdrug Vitamin E Hydrating Mist. I love this stuff. Then I'm going to go on to foundation. I'm not going to apply a primer today. Should I apply a primer today? No, I'm not going to apply a primer today. But I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Foundation in the shade Fawn. And I'm going to be taking this on a new sponge I'm trying out. This is the Sigma 3D HD Blender. You will read a blog post about this down below very soon. I'm going to test this out for you. Now I read the back of the instructions of this blender and it said not to apply it directly to the blender, but that's what we're kind of doing. So what I'm going to do is apply a method I've seen quite a few like influencers use, and it's where you apply like a lot of foundation all over your skin using a foundation brush, then blend it into the skin using the beauty blender. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm basically just painting my face. Don't worry, I will bring it down onto my neck. I haven't had a chance to fake tan and I'm going to do that tonight. But I really wanted to film this video, so don't worry, just for the purpose of this video I will blend it down my neck. So just pretend this foundation matches me. I'm going to take this kind of flat shade of the sponge, I've already dampened it, and get to work on blending it out. I really like this point on the sponge how you can get like right up into the crevices around your eye. I like this sponge, it's very good. Now there's no secret in saying that Kim loves a contour, so I'm going to take my Mink Stick to Flawless foundation stick from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm sorry if you're getting bored of this stick, I just use it all the time. It is honestly so good. So I'm supplying this around the outer perimeters of my face, under my cheekbones. I'm going to contour my nose as well, but not going to apply it straight away. I want to kind of really focus on the nose. And then I'm also going to apply some under my jawline, because obviously Kim has that very structured face and I don't. Then under my lip as well. Then where is my magic brush? Then I'm going to blend it into the skin using my magic brush. This is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. So I'm just going to start by buffing under the jawline, just in little circular motions. And then I'm going to blend out under my lip. Hopefully this will make my lips look a little bit poutier. Then I'm going to blend, oh, hair everywhere. Then I'm going to blend out the top of my forehead as well. Just being careful not to bring it too far inwards. I really like this makeup look so far. I think it's going really well, which is always a good sign. Then to highlight, Kim's face is very bright and highlighted, so I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eraser Concealer in the shade Light. Twist it up a little bit, and then I'm going to start by applying some just to the centre of my chin. I'm going to apply some in the middle of my forehead. A little bit down my nose, above the lip, and then also quite heavily under the eyes. Just in that upside down triangle shape to really lift up the underneath of the eyes. Then to blend it out, I'll be taking this Sigma 3D HD blender and then just bouncing this on top of the concealer to blend it into the skin. Then blend out the chin, top of the lip, and then also, of course, the middle of the forehead. Oh, I'm feeling this makeup look. What is next? Okay, so now we're going to set the face. Kim looks quite dewy in the photo. I don't know if it's because it's hot or that's the look she was going for. Not in a bad way, of course. Kim would never look in a bad way. But I'm going to set the face just because foundation like that does not last well on me. But I'm just going to apply it in areas that I need rather than all over like I usually do. I'm just going to tap off the excess and then apply some to my chin, like above my lip and around kind of like this section here, whatever you call that section. And then under the contour. And then I'm also going to apply some to the middle of my forehead, on the nose, and then like just here, like on either side of the nose, and a little bit under the eyes as well. Now we're gonna actually contour. So I'm taking the Nip and Fab contour kit. I know Makeup by Mario I think has done like a few kind of like workshops with Nip and Fab, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he has. Anyway, so I'm going to use this contour kit. I'm going to go in with the bronzer shade, like the bronzier shade. This is the shade Ginger from the palette. And I'm taking this on my Real Techniques contour brush, just going into the shadow, tapping off that excess. And then I'm going to start by contouring under my cheekbones and pulling backwards to my temples. And then I'm also contouring exactly where we put that cream bronzer around the tops of my forehead, and then also a little bit just under my jawline. Then I'm going to contour my nose. It's not something I do like excessively usually, but I'm going to mix the shade Ginger with a little bit of the kind of like cooler toned colour. This is the shade Caramel. I'm going to tap off the excess a lot because I don't know how intense this is going to be. Then this is just like a fluffy angled brush. I'm just going to tap it back on the inside of my wrist just to get rid of any excess. Starting from where your brow kind of meets your nose, then just applying it like that very softly and just bringing it downwards. Right here. My nose kind of goes bigger here and then in here. So I'm going to focus it right here. Just like so, and then just draw like around the kind of like tip of my nose. Just to smooth that out a little bit, I think I'm going to take the contour brush that we use for the rest of the face and just tap over it, like so. And then take the powder brush we use for the rest of the face and just tap over the top of my nose. Then I'm going to go back into the brush that I used to set the concealer earlier and take this shade right here, which is called Vanilla. It's like the matte kind of like creamy kind of colour. And then I'm just going to apply some of this down at the centre of my nose. And just to the tip like so. Now moving on to kind of like highlighting the rest of the face, I'm going to mix the shade Banana and the Vanilla shade because Banana will just look way too yellow on me. I'm just going to tap off the excess and apply a little bit to the centre of the chin, top of the lip, and then also under the contour to make it look a lot sharper. Then also just to the middle of my forehead just to help kind of smooth it out, and then more of the Vanilla shade underneath the eyes to really brighten that up. Next we're going to move on to bronzer. I'm taking the NYX Medium Matte Body Bronzer and I am going to go in with my Real Techniques blush brush for this time. Just going to swirl my brush into the bronzer, tap off the excess, and then just bronze up my face really. Just kind of applying it on top of the contour, a little bit above it, on the top of my temples, a little bit kind of here, underneath my chin, a lot on my neck and chest because that is definitely not matching up right now. So probably suggest fake tanning if you want to kind of do this makeup look. Next I'm going to add a little bit of blush because looking at the photo she definitely has some sort of like a warmish hue on her cheeks. Nothing too intense, so I'm going to go in with a fairly neutral blush. This is the Sigma Core de Rosa Aura Powder blush, which is like a neutral kind of tone. I'm going to go in with my Primark blush brush. Tap off the excess and then also tap it on the back of my hand. Apply this very lightly just on the apples of the cheeks, like I've barely applied anything there, but it just adds a little some in, and then just blend it out with the blush brush that had the bronzer on it. Now I'm not going to apply highlighter, absolutely mental, but I am going to set my face. This is the Revolution Pro Fix Amazing Makeup Fixing Spray. I'm going to give it a good old shake and set my face into place. fan my face dry. Then I'm just going to set my brows into place, and it will also get rid of any powder residue that's gone into them. This is the Chocolate Dip Brow from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Just running that through the brows. I'm going to do the mascara on the lower lash line last because my face is still a bit wet from that setting spray. So if I was to apply the mascara now, it would end up transferring loads underneath the eye. That's definitely not what we want. So for lips, I don't have stripped down lip liner from MAC. I know that is a big favourite of Kim's and she uses it all the time. I'm pretty sure that's what she's wearing in the picture. So I'm going to go in with the MAC lip liner in the shade Spice. I think it's as close to the lip colour that she's wearing that I have. So I'm going to apply this to the outer edge of my lip line, overlying them just a little bit as well. Is this Spice? This is Spice. It looks a bit more pink than usual. I don't know, I think that looks too pink. I don't know what's going on. But you know what? I'm actually going to go in with this Primark lip liner. This is just in the shade Toffee, which is like a brown lip liner. It'll be a little bit too dark, but when I blend it out with the other lipstick, it should look alright. Because we're going for that kind of like ombre lip that she has. So I'm going to go over, just going to go over the top of it, sorry. Okay, so we've definitely overlined the lips. So I'm going to go straight in with this lipstick right here. This is 930 Nude Embrace from Maybelline. Just going to go straight in with the bullet on my lips to start off with. I think we've done it. I think we found a dupe. So I'm just taking this lip brush from Sigma. This is the L05 lip brush. I really like it because you can just pop it back in so you don't get loads of like gunk over it. So I'm going to take my brush and just blend out the lip line. I think that's worked really well. Yeah, okay, cool. Next I'm going to apply some mascara to the lower lashes. I'm taking the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara just because this is really, really good for the lower lashes. So I'm just going to apply this. So this is the finished makeup look. I'm obsessed with it. I really, really love this. Like, honestly, like, I just can't stop looking at my makeup. It's so, like, simple but not simple, but it looks amazing and it's seductive and it makes me feel some kind of way. I don't know if it's the ponytail or the smokiness or the lenses or what it is, but I am feeling it. Let's go to the Met Gala. That's already been. I'll go next year. That was really cringy, Siobhan. Okay, anyway, if you enjoyed this makeup tutorial, please give this video a big thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Please hit the subscribe button down below. It's somewhere underneath me. Big red subscribe button. That means you're notified when I upload a new video. It really does mean the absolute world. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you like this makeup look, and I shall see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!